Hi guys, Jen Heron here with LuLaRoe Jen Heron. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about customer engagement and building a loyal following. So this has been coming up a lot with my directs, the people that I've sponsored so far, as well as with teammates of mine, where I've seen the question come up over and over again. You know, especially if we're sharing or if we're selling online, a lot of times we're sharing so many customers with other consultants. And the great thing about LuLaRoe is that since every one of us has completely different inventory from each other, it's nice that we can share customers. It's nice that we don't have to fight over, you know, oh, this customer shops with me, they can only shop with me, because I don't always carry the same things that my fellow consultant teammates carry. And so it's nice when somebody's looking for a particular style that I don't necessarily carry just yet, to be able to say, yeah, absolutely, I know so-and-so who does carry that style. Why don't you check them out? Here's a link to their group, or let me have them direct message you so that they can help you with that particular style to complete your closet, to complete your wardrobe. So that's really nice that we get to do that with each other, and it kind of takes away that icky feeling of, you know, that sometimes comes along with direct sales, where it's like, oh no, I have to hoard everything to myself, and what if this person likes that consultant better than me, so forth and so on. At the end of the day, we have an amazing selection, and so we do have these customers that, you know, will jump from one consultant to another to look for the pieces they want, and that's nice. That's really nice. However, that being said, sometimes it feels like, you know, our customers are not loyal to us at all. They're loyal to the brand, they're loyal to the product that they're shopping us for, but not necessarily to the independent fashion consultant that they're buying from. So I want to talk a little bit about what that looks like, and then maybe some ways to help us overcome that consistency in not having a loyal following of customers. So just as a disclaimer, I've been selling LuLaRoe for about 2 months. So if you've watched any of my other YouTube videos here, thank you, by the way, if you're watching any of my YouTube videos, or if you subscribe to my channel, thank you for that. But you know that I haven't been at this for too terribly long, so by no means am I claiming to be an expert in any of the stuff that we're talking about today. But here's what I do know. A little background on me. Before I came to LuLaRoe as an independent fashion consultant, I worked for years and years in a couple of different industries, but there was always an underlying tone in my career path. So in everything that I did, in every company I worked for, including a couple of businesses that I started from scratch on my own, there was a key thread, and that was customer service training. So I really enjoyed getting to spend years and years learning how to teach others about offering fantastic customer service. That doesn't necessarily mean that I consider myself to be the be-all, end-all of customer service, but I do have a lot of background and experience in, you know, reading customers and learning the human dynamic, that what makes people shop or give their time or energy or money to certain businesses or certain companies or certain products or certain people like us. So I wanted to share kind of my thoughts around some of that from my previous experience, and then also from what I've seen here with LuLaRoe in my personal business, as well as with some of my teammates so far. Okay, so here's what I have for you. First, I want to talk a little bit about what the difference is between a customer and a client. So we all use the term customer, and that's totally fine. Our customers are customers of ours. They're people who come and shop with us. They give us money in exchange for our product, and that's awesome. But a lot of times, from more of a mental standpoint, a lot of times we think of our customers as anybody who shops with us. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what happens when we turn our customers, or at least when we mentally look at our customers as clients, or when we try to convert our customers to clients instead of just keeping them as customers. So I know that sounds silly, so I hope you're going to follow me here. So here's the deal. When you have a customer is somebody who is loyal to a product or a brand, not to a person or a particular location. So wherever they can find that product or brand, they're going to shop at that place because they love that item or service that they're going for, right? So that's a customer. And a customer is somebody who will tell you what they want. They come to you and say, fulfill this order for me. And then you fulfill their order, right? So that's the relationship between you and a customer, is you're an order taker, you're an order fulfiller, and that's okay sometimes. So all of us have participated. If you sell online, more than likely, you've participated in a multi-consultant sale. And especially in those, a lot of times we are just fulfilling the orders that come into us. So we participate in a multi-consultant sale, and at the end of the day, we, check every comment on our pictures that says sold, and we say, okay, I don't know any of you, but here's this order for you, and this order for you, and this order for you. Thank you so much. Have a really nice day. Thanks for shopping with me. That's a customer relationship. So let's talk a little bit about what a client relationship looks like. So a client is this. A client is somebody who is loyal to a product or service that you offer, but more so they're loyal to the person or the entity that's providing that product or service to them. And the way that you see the difference is in the fact that a client would willingly sacrifice a couple of dollars in order to continue giving their business to you, as opposed to just seeking out the best deal. So you've developed a relationship with your client. There's somebody that enjoys coming to you. They trust you. They trust your knowledge and your expertise in whatever you're selling to them. So they don't just tell you, here's what I want. I have this list of things that I want. Go ahead and fulfill my order. Instead, a client is somebody who comes to you and says, hey, I think I'm looking for this. What do you think about that? Or I feel like I need this particular thing to purchase from you, but I'm open to your suggestions, or I'm open to your ideas. A client is somebody who might order a pair of leggings from you, and you can send them a picture of those leggings paired with a top that you know is in their size, and they say, oh yeah, I really like that. Go ahead and give me both of those pieces. Whereas a customer is more likely to say, no, I just am looking for those leggings. They're a unicorn print, so I just want those leggings. I don't care about anything else. So that's the difference. And here's the thing is that in the business that we're in, it's okay to have, one-off customers that buy from us when we have a specific item that they want. But it's also so important for the longevity of our business, for the long-term goals that we have those clients that come back to us over and over again, who recommend us to their friends, who add people to our Facebook groups without us asking them to, without us having to give something away. So that's a difference too, right? So like another analogy, I guess, for a customer versus a client would be customers are those people who will participate in your giveaways in your Facebook group. If you say, hey, add 5 friends and you can be entered to win a pair of leggings or a Cassie skirt or whatever, customers are like, oh yeah, absolutely. I might be able to win something for free. Sure, I'll add 5 of my friends. More than likely, those friends, unless they just have a close friend that is already a LuLaRoe addict, those friends will be random people that are like at the top of their Facebook list of friends. So they just open up their friends list and say, sure, these 5 ladies added to your group. They don't think twice about it because their goal is to get entered into that giveaway. So that's a customer's perspective. Whereas a client's perspective, a client would be somebody who, without you even offering to give them anything or the chance to win anything, they're reaching out to their friends who they know and care about and love and saying, hey, let me introduce you to this fashion consultant that I shop with. She's amazing. She's helped my style so much. She makes me feel beautiful in the clothes that she sells to me. I really love interacting with her. I'm going to add you to her Facebook group because I really think that you would enjoy shopping with her as well. So that's huge, right? Like that's really important that we have those clients who are willing to promote us to their friends and family, those who they actually care about, and encourage people to shop with us, and they continue themselves to shop with us, maybe not exclusively, but time over and time again, because they like the relationship that we've built with them. So that's what I want to talk a little bit about today is building those relationships, ways that we can reach out to our customers and convert them into clients so that they'll continue shopping with us over and over and over again. And this isn't an overnight thing. So it's really exciting when we're just starting out to see this surge in customers flooding to us because they're people who love LuLaRoe already and they see that we're a new consultant. We have all this new inventory. Maybe we have really great new inventory, right? Of course we do. We all have really great new inventory, right? So, it's really exciting when we see all these people, strangers that we don't even know, flooding to our Facebook group, flooding to our Periscope sales, and we're brand new and we're like, yes, this is awesome. But that wanes a little bit. So that will slowly start to depreciate over time if we're not doing anything to convert those followers into loyal clients. So I want to talk about some practical things. I do have notes. So I want to talk about some practical things that we can do in the 3 main selling platforms that we use as LuLaRoe consultants in order to really interact with and build those solid relationships with our customers and clients. So let's start with Periscope. So a lot of people sell on Periscope. Not everyone does. So if this doesn't pertain to you, then you can fast forward to the part that does. But if you are selling on Periscope, there's a couple of small details that you can pay attention to that will help you to start building relationships with those strange usernames that pop up in your comments on your Facebook broadcasts, or I'm sorry, on your Periscope broadcasts. So starting with this, and these are just practical tips. Some of them I've experienced myself, some I've gleaned from other consultants that have been really successful in these areas. So take it all with a grain of salt and use what you can to further your own business. So first of all, it's really important on Periscope that you learn your regular customers' names. So those people who are in every scope that you do, every broadcast, every sale, that shop with you over and over, or maybe they don't shop a lot, but they're in there every time. They like watching you. They comment on things. They interact with you a lot. Those are people that you want to know personally. You want them to feel like you appreciate their presence in your sales, right? So sometimes that's hard to do on Periscope to know people's names because we've got comments flooding our screen constantly, and a lot of those usernames are very ambiguous. Right? Like if it's a consultant commenting, a lot of times the consultant's name will be LuLaRoe, first name, last name. That's easy. So you can easily see their comment and say, oh, Jennifer, thanks so much for that comment, or let me answer your question, or whatever. But a lot of times, if it's a customer that's just a shopper, not a consultant, a lot of times they're trying to keep a little bit of anonymity. And when they created their Periscope profile, they weren't thinking in terms of, oh, let me create a username that will be easy for my consultant who I'm following to recognize when my comments pop up on their screen. They're not even thinking through that. So it's our responsibility, it's our job as their consultant to do a little bit of digging, do that work in order to figure out what their actual names are so that we can have real conversations with them in that real-time interaction. So a couple of ways to do that. When you're doing a sale, an actual sale, a lot of times you're farther back from the camera and it's not easy to go up to the screen and tap on somebody's profile on the screen. I totally get that. But what we can do is, one, we can be consistently getting on Periscope every day, whether we're selling or not, just to interact with our customers and clients and to make them feel like we're thinking about them daily. And when you do that, I recommend to my directs at least that when you're not actually doing a sale, so if you're doing a sale, you should have your phone or your camera on a tripod, set back so that it's motionless, there's a clear signal, there's not a lot of bouncing going on. But when you're doing those personal scopes that are not sales, I always recommend to hold your device in your hand so that you're up close and personal with those people. And also, when you're holding your device in your hand, you can easily tap on the screen to open up people's profiles when they're commenting on your broadcast. So the way it looks like is this. Let's say I'm broadcasting right now. This is a Periscope, and somebody comments, and their name is, at I Love Cheesecake. First of all, that's somebody I want to know because I also love cheesecake. So we'd obviously be really good friends. But I Love Cheesecake does not tell me anything about that person, right? So what I'm going to do is, as I'm talking, I'm not going to stop talking necessarily. As I'm having conversation with everyone, if I Love Cheesecake pops up with a comment that says, oh, Jen, I love your new haircut. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I'm going to continue what I'm saying, right, in the moment. But as I'm talking, I'm going to tap on their comment, open up their name with their profile, and usually under their @ name, so their username, they'll actually have their real name. So they'll have, Jessica Handy or whatever underneath that user profile name. So in the flow of conversation as I'm talking, they can't see me actually opening that profile up on my side. The screen looks the same to them. It just looks like my face talking to the camera, right? So as I'm talking, I can tap on their comment, tap on their profile, and then see their name. And then as soon as I'm done with my sentence that I'm in the middle of saying, I can say, oh my gosh, Jessica, thank you so much. I am so excited about my new haircut. Thanks for noticing. That's so sweet of you. Thanks, Jessica. And I always want to use their name in the conversation back to them. Now, that's not a foolproof thing, but it definitely helps a lot to start getting used to seeing those people's names. So then when I see I love cheesecake in the future, I'll flash back to that moment when I had to look up her name and I'll say, oh yeah, that's Jessica. Or maybe I don't remember, but I'll go ahead and tap on it again the second time or the third time, or as many times as it takes for me to ingrain into my head, I love cheesecake equals Jessica. That's that person. Jessica is I love cheesecake. That's not a real person, by the way, so don't go look up that Periscope handle. Maybe there's somebody with the handle I love cheesecake. I don't know. They've never been in my scopes before. So maybe I'm just craving cheesecake right now. Okay, so that's one practical way that you can start getting to know your Periscope users, the people that are commenting frequently in your scopes. Another thing is you really want to respond to conversations. So even if you don't have a chance to actually see the person's name, when somebody is commenting on something or asking a question, you want to make sure that you're responding. So a lot of times we get nervous and we get so focused on saying what we have to say, and it's like we're recording a YouTube video, right? So right now there's nobody for me to be responding to. I can look at the camera, focus on what I'm saying, and not think about anything else. But when you're on Periscope, remember that that's an interactive system. That's a live broadcast, and there is a comment feed happening. So a lot of times it's easy to get nervous and, kind of inside our own heads where we're focused on, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to get out what I have to say. And this comes with practice. It's not going to happen overnight, but I would encourage you, again, to be getting on Periscope every day, not only when you're doing a sale, so that you can get that practice in of interacting with your customers. And the more you do it, the easier it will get, I promise you. But when you see somebody comment something, not just asking questions, but commenting like, oh man, I love that unicorn in your background. That's so cute. Stop for 20 seconds 10 seconds and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Actually, one of my Lula babies made that for me. She's amazing. Her name's Anika. She's so cool. She knits those herself, and it's a little knitted unicorn, and I just totally fell in love with it. Thanks so much. I'm glad you love it. And then you jump right back into your conversation. So it's important to acknowledge those people who are trying to actually have conversation with you. Think of it this way. Think of it as if you were at an actual party, a house party, right? So let's say you're invited over to a friend's house for their birthday party. There's tons of people there mingling, and you're in the middle of a group of like 10 people, and you're telling this really awesome story. And then let's say someone comes up and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your dress. That is gorgeous. You wouldn't just totally ignore them. You'd be like, you would stop your conversation, stop your story for a split second and say, oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, yeah, I totally got this at a LuLaRoe pop-up that I went to. And then you would go right back into your story, right? So that's natural. That's what we do naturally in person with other people. If we're in the middle of telling a story and somebody interjects with a comment or a question or whatever, we typically stop what we're saying, answer that question, respond to that comment, and then get back into our story. You want to practice that same flow in your Periscopes. That's really going to help you start building rapport and relationships with those followers on Periscope that want to interact with you. They want to feel special. They want to feel noticed and appreciated. Okay, so that is some practical tips for building a loyal following on Periscope and making your customers on Periscope feel like they're valuable to you, engaging with them in a way that makes them feel valuable. So how about Facebook? So on Facebook, things are a little different. So every platform we sell in is going to look a little bit different. On Facebook, a lot of times we're posting albums or pictures or memes. And the most important thing on Facebook is that we need to be consistent and we need to be present at all times. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we're just attached to our Facebook on our phone or tablet or whatever, right? You need to have a life. You need to balance Facebook just like you balance everything else. But your Facebook group will probably grow a little faster than your Periscope followers will or than any other viewership will. So that's a large group of people that you want to make feel appreciated and recognized and loved by you. So a couple of things you can do to do that. Reply to comments. So if somebody posts something in your group or comments on something with a question or even just says, oh my gosh, I can't wait for your sale this Saturday. Don't just like what they're saying because it's easy to just read something and like it and say, oh, look, I acknowledge them. You want to actually respond. You want to comment back. Again, you want to have that dialogue going with your customers. So when you see a comment, respond to it. If somebody posts something, especially an outfit that they love that you sold to them, by all means gush over it, because that's awesome. They are putting themselves out there. They're taking a picture in their LuLaRoe that they feel beautiful in. They're sharing it not only with you, but with your entire group of Facebook users. That's huge. So make them feel special for that. Make them feel appreciated for that. You should be appreciating when your customers do that. And I promise you, the more interactive you get with those customers, the more they're going to want to respond to you, and again, transform into clients that continuously come back to shop with you over and over again and share you with their friends as well. So that's really important. And then also on Facebook, here's just something I'd recommend. Take it with a grain of salt again, but it seems to really make an impact with my group, with my Facebook group members. So I would encourage you to start straying away from doing like random giveaways, as far as like, hey, it's Tuesday, tell me your favorite color and you could be entered to win a Cassie skirt. I would stray away from, doing these giveaways that are meaningless, I guess would be the best word, just to get interaction in your group. So if you're always looking for ways to like build up your group interaction, if you're doing these random giveaways, the same people are going to participate in those giveaways, but you're going to have a huge chunk of people that don't necessarily participate in them. One, because they don't necessarily want to share their favorite color, and two, because it's the same thing all the time. It's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. It's like Target, this big box company, putting out a text message blast to all of their customers that they have their phone number and saying, hey guys, it's a summer giveaway. Come shop at Target on this day and you'll get blah, blah, blah. So that's very impersonal. That doesn't mean anything. I may or may not hunt down the deal, but I don't feel like Target knows me as a person. Like they don't know me as a shopper. They don't care to know me as a shopper. They have billions and billions of shoppers and they're just blasting all of us with the same thing, right? So instead, try to think of ways that you can be more personal in what you're giving away. And this is going to feel like it's making a small dent in the impact that it's making, but really it's going to ripple out. And I promise you, you'll see big results from it. And this has to be done in a genuine way, but I think that most of us have this genuine desire to bless other people in us. Most of us as fashion consultants, we got into this business, at least in part, because we want to be able to be in a position to bless other people, right? So try doing something like this. Try on your next live sale, or even in your next Facebook sale, if you're doing an album sale, try just randomly saying in the moment, so-and-so who claimed this item, fill out the checkout form, but you're not going to see an invoice from me. I just wanted to bless you today and, give you this item for free. Try doing that and see what happens. See what kind of response you get. I guarantee you people are going to start noticing that. You can also do things like announcing big moments in your customers' lives. So if you notice, might sound a little creeper, but sometimes if I notice somebody who's like active in my group a lot, I'll go to their Facebook profile, and if it's not secret, if I can actually see it, see what's on their Facebook profile, I'll take note of things like birthdays or anniversaries or whatever. I'll just kind of scroll down their feed. Yes, okay, I'm totally creeping. Yes, totally creeping. But it helps me get to know them better. And then if I see that they've had a big event recently, or, or if it says their birthday is in 3 days or whatever, then I'll make note of that. And then in the Facebook group, I might announce and say like, oh, hey, Heather, congratulations on 10 years of marriage to your hubby. I just noticed that. That's really sweet. I've never once had a customer respond to that and say, what were you doing, creeping on my Facebook page? What a creep. No, they're always excited. They're always thrilled that I'm paying attention to them and that I know something personal about them. I mean, at the end of the day, if they don't have their Facebook profile set to private, that means that they're fairly open about their life on Facebook, right? So that information is public. It's something that, they don't mind sharing with the world. And it's a great way for you to give a really nice gesture to them and say like, hey, I notice you. I know that you're a part of my group. I appreciate you and I want to know you a little better. That will go such a long way, not only for that person, but your other group members will see that you're investing into the lives of those in your group, and they'll love you for that, and they'll want to participate more with you. They'll want to be acknowledged themselves, so they'll comment on stuff more than they did before. They'll invite their friends to participate in your group more. I promise you it'll make a huge impact. So, there's a million things you can do to interact on a deeper level with your Facebook group members, but those are a couple of things that I've tried in the past that seem to make a big impact with my group members. And really, I would encourage you to just think outside the box and come up with something that is meaningful to you. Come up with something that would make a positive impact in your own life, and use that with your Facebook group members. Use that to really engage them and build that loyal following once again. And then last but not least, I wanted to talk about in-home pop-ups just a little bit and what we can do to be engaging and build a loyal following with our local customers at our in-home pop-ups. So a lot of times at in-home pop-ups, you're not going to know all of the customers that come, right? So you have somebody, let's say a friend of yours, who's willing to host a pop-up. They invite all of their friends. You don't have all mutual friends, right? So people show up to their house. You have no idea who they are. More than likely, the people showing up to their house are going to feel a little awkward at first. They're not going to know everyone at the party. They're going to feel a little standoffish, a little shy, and especially if they've never been to a LuLaRoe pop-up before, they're not going to know about the clothes. They're going to be like, okay, what is this? There's racks of clothes in my friend's living room. Like, this is a little strange. I don't even know where to begin, right? So we are called fashion consultants for a reason. I know that I personally, when I started, did not think of myself as a fashion consultant because I've had very little style most of my life. I haven't put a ton of effort into my style most of my life. I'm a very easygoing, laid back dresser. One of the reasons I love LuLaRoe, because I've actually been able to up my game a little bit with very little effort. So thank you, LuLaRoe, for that. So something I would encourage you to do at these pop-up parties is to make sure that you're engaging with with the guests at these parties. Make sure that you're reaching out to them, making them feel comfortable. Ask their names. Approach every single person at a party and ask what their name is and introduce yourself. Even if you did a global introduction. So even if at the party, once it got underway, you said, hey everyone, my name's Jen Herron. I am your fashion consultant today. Thank you so-and-so for hosting this event and inviting your friends. I'm so excited for you guys to be here, blah, blah, blah. Even if you made that blanket announcement, still make an effort to approach each person at the party individually and say, hey, my name's Jennifer. What's your name? I haven't met you before. Or if you do know them, hey, oh my gosh, Sarah, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Or, hey girl, I'm so excited we're getting coffee this Thursday. Thanks for coming to the party. What are you looking at right now? What pieces are you gonna try on? Start engaging them. Ask their names. Ask what they're looking for. Ask if you can dress them up. That's a huge one. So ask people, because they're not going to ask you necessarily. Maybe once in a blue moon you'll have somebody actually ask you, hey, can you pick out an outfit for me? They're not going to even think to ask you that. But if you flip the tables and you say to somebody at a party, hey, so-and-so, I have this really cool outfit in mind. I've been dying to try it on somebody, and you seem like you're the right size for this outfit. Would you mind trying something on for me? I'm just really curious to see what it looks like on you. More than likely that person is going to say yes. One, because you're putting them on the spot, and most people's gut reaction to that is just to go with it, right? And two, because they don't really know what they're doing. So if you as the fashion consultant are saying to them, hey, I already have this outfit in mind that I want to put together for you, let me just try it on you and see what you think. They're going to roll with that, and they're going to trust you as their fashion consultant to know what you're doing and to give them something to try on. And who knows, they might love it, they might hate it. It doesn't matter what the end result is. What matters is that you're building that trust with that person by asking them if they'll give you their trust, and then they're responding and saying, yes, okay, pick something out for me. They go into a dressing room with an outfit. They come out, and then you need to be present. You need to be nearby so that when they come out, you make a huge deal over them coming out in the outfit that you picked out for them. And you say things like, oh my gosh, everyone, look at this outfit on Sarah. It looks amazing. Don't you love it? And even in the moment, say when she comes out, if she comes out, read her face. If she's thrilled about it, awesome. If she's like, I don't feel comfortable in this, immediately figure out something to throw on top of it. So whether that's a linsey over something that she feels is too tight on her, or if she comes out in leggings and one Irma, and she's like, this is so loud. Grab another Irma off a rack and be like, here, go try this one on instead. Something that's a little more toned down than what you originally gave her. That's your opportunity to learn that customer a little better. That's your opportunity to interact with that customer in a way where you start learning what they like, what they don't like. And you can build off of that, and you can slowly start figuring out, okay, so she doesn't like loud stuff. She likes simple things. She likes less patterns or prints, more solids or whatever, and start building on that. The other thing with that is you want to ask other people at the party to participate in what you're doing. So if you see that two people show up together to the party and they're good friends, pay attention to which one of them is the more outgoing one out of the two, or which one of them goes right to the racks to start shopping. Ask that person, ask to dress up the quieter one, and then ask their friend at the party, hey, so-and-so, would you mind helping me pick out an outfit for Sarah? You know her style better than I do. You guys are obviously good friends. What do you think she would like? Can you pick out a top and a bottom for her? Can you pick out a skirt that she might like? Ask people to participate in that way, because I promise you, one, those people will feel honored that you're even asking their opinion, and everyone likes to share their opinion. Let's be real. Everyone deep down is like, yeah, I have an opinion about this. Yeah, I think that outfit you put together was hideous. I think this would be a better outfit. So just get them interacting. That's going to make people feel more comfortable at your parties. That's going to get conversations started at the party. That's going to make other people start jumping in and saying, oh, what about this skirt with that top? Or what about this Lindsay over that dress? Or this Sarah or whatever. So it's going to get more buzz happening at your party. The more fun people are having, the more they're going to think of you as the creator of that fun, right? So if they leave that party, they're going to be like, man, that was a really fun time. And then the next thought in their head was like, dang, that LuLaRoe consultant, she is fun. Like, she really was interacting with everyone, making us laugh, making us talk, making us think about different things. Man, she's a lot of fun. And that's going to make them think, if they haven't already considered it, that's going to make them want to book a party with you, want to seek out other sales that you're doing, want to join your Facebook group, want to join your Periscope sales. They're going to want to know you better. They're going to want to know what this is all about, what you're all about, what LuLaRoe is all about. If they were a first-time visitor to a pop-up party, that's really going to make an impact on them if they leave your party thinking, oh my gosh, that was so much fun, versus, oh, that was cool. I found a cute top that I liked. Because anyone can go to the mall and find a cute top that they like, right? But it's the experience that we create that keeps people coming back to us. It's the experience that we give them that makes people excited to shop with us specifically. Because our clothes are amazing. Our clothes are adorable. But think about a restaurant that you go to, right? So there's a restaurant on every corner in America, right? And some restaurants have amazing food, and you go and you have the most delicious meal you've ever eaten in your life, and you love the food. But let's say you go to that restaurant and there's delicious food there, but the service of your waiter is horrible. They never refill your beverages. They roll their eyes at you. They ignore you when you're asking for things. They make you feel like you're not wanted there at that restaurant. More than likely, you are never going back to that restaurant again, no matter how good the food is. So our food is phenomenal, but we are the service providers. We are the ones that create the experience for people to want to come back to over and over again. So I would encourage you, even at your in-home pop-ups, to figure out ways to engage with your customers there and make them feel excited to be at your party. Make them feel the energy of that party and make them want to experience that over and over and over again with you. And if you feel like you're somebody who's a little shyer and you're like, oh yeah, that's just not me. Like, I'm not somebody who could just approach someone and ask them to let me put an outfit together for them. I'm just going to be super real with you for a second. If you feel like you're not that person, pretend that you're that person. The thing with LuLaRoe is we all can work our businesses in different ways, and your business can be successful no matter what personality type you have. You don't have to be the exact mold of somebody else and the way they do it. But here's the deal. At the end of the day, we are a relationship business. We are a business of building relationships with people, with our customers, with our clients. And so there's going to come a point where you have to kind of jump over that hurdle of being afraid of people and afraid of rejection and afraid of all those things that make all of us nervous. We're all scared of those things. It sucks to be rejected. It's scary to think of asking somebody, hey, can I put together an outfit for you? And them saying, no, thank you. I'm good. No, thanks. That's scary. And in that moment, if that happens, it's going to feel awkward for a split second. And your responsibility to yourself is just to bounce back from that immediately and be like, okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. Let me know if I can help you with something. And then move on to the next person, because I promise you the next person will say yes. It's a numbers game. At the end of the day, everybody's not going to say no to you. At the end of the day, some people are going to respond positively to the energy that you're bringing to them. And if you're not putting that out there, you'll never know. If you're not putting that out there, everyone's going to turn you down, because nobody's going to know what you're asking for, right? So it's your responsibility to yourself and to your customers and to your current and your future customers and your clients. It's your responsibility to just reach out, to make yourself available, to be present with them, to engage them, because I promise you, your customers are just as afraid of this process as you are. So somebody has to initiate that interaction. Somebody has to start that engagement. And I would encourage it for you to make that person you. Make it you who engages somebody for the first time. Make it you who strikes up conversation with somebody who seems a little standoffish at a pop-up party. Make it you who finds out somebody's anniversary was yesterday with their hubby and makes a big deal out of it in your Facebook group. Take those little extra steps to go out of your way to make your customers feel special. And I promise you, they will love you for it. They will be happy to share you with their friends and family. They will be happy to shop with you over and over and over again. And if you're having fun with them and engaging them, they're going to feel like they're a part of your life, and they do become a part of your life. Those are the people you want shopping with you over and over again. So that's pretty much what I have for you. I know it was a long soapbox, but I wanted to hopefully encourage you guys that there are some practical things that we can do, just small things that seem like, to some like, oh, it's a no-brainer. Of course you want to know the names of your Periscope shoppers. But at the same time, sometimes it helps to just hear it. And so hopefully some of the stuff I've shared with you today are either good reminders or just new little tidbits for you to kind of tweak and make your own. And then also, I hope that I've encouraged you also to step out of your shell a little bit, to really start focusing on your customers as potential clients. And now we've talked about and learned the difference between the two. And I hope you take that and you run with it and you start looking at your customers as people who you want to build relationships with. I love you guys. Thank you again so much, as always, for watching my YouTube channel. I hope this video has been helpful. Comment below with any questions or thoughts that you have, any extras that you want to add to what I've shared here today. Please, if you're a consultant, comment below with any add-ons that you want to share with everyone. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope your business is flourishing. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Have a great day. Bye.